I'd give some hints and tips for playing Halo 3 on the Legendary difficulty in the new Master Chief Collection. So the game itself is exactly the same in terms of gameplay as the older one. It's probably, and I'm not saying it's easy, it's probably the easiest one to complete on Legendary difficulty of the 4 games. It does have its moments. This bridge in the first chapter is a little bit tricky as well because the snipers on the ridge. If you get in this situation, you haven't got the right weapons. You do need to be pretty sneaky about heading into these underground walkways. I'll just show you where they are, which start over there. Probably the best tactic if you're struggling on this bit is to keep jumping so that you it doesn't make you 100% impervious to getting shot by the sniper rifle, but it does make them a lot less accurate. On Legendary, if you get hit with a sniper rifle, it's a one-hit kill. So some of the jackals that sit in the trees and up in the buildings, just like in Halo 2, are some of the most dangerous enemies when you're playing on Legendary. With the weapons, probably one of my favourite weapons is this Covenant Carbine. It's just like the battle rifle, except for instead of firing a 3-round burst, it does about the same amount of damage with the single shot. So it's basically the same gun, it's the Covenant version of it. Just the same as with the battle rifle, if you're going to hit people anywhere other than their head, you're going to be wasting your time with it, so you do need to try and aim. So some of the good tactics that I would use if I was going to take down this guy, for example, aiming for the head around this distance is probably a good idea using the scope. Also, taking off the scope, I think the auto aim kicks in a little bit and it really pulls it and just helps you to get those extra few shots. Now, one of the reasons that Halo 3 is probably the easiest game in the Halo quadrilogy, if we're going to use that word, is because there aren't any elites leading the Covenants. You've actually got these brutes. So with the brutes, you don't need to be as aggressive as you do in, for example, Halo 1 and 2, where you have to be pushing forwards nearly all the time. Otherwise, you're going to get mercilessly killed and the enemies are going to recharge and you're going to run out of ammo. So you can take your time with the brutes. But one of the best tactics is still being really aggressive against the enemies. Oh, it's not good shooting them in the back. Is to be really aggressive against the enemies, purely because it just changes the way that the AI works and it pushes them back a little bit. Once you take out the leaders, which will usually be one of the brutes, or in the other Halo games would be like an elite. I don't remember if there are any circumstances like that in this one. If you take out the leader, then it breaks the AI down and obviously the grunts start to run away and they just become really not dangerous at all, basically. As far as equipment goes, you saw me put down one of the one of the regenerators out at the top there. That will help to boost your shield and your health back up really quickly, so that's really useful. Some of the other things is bubble shields, and you can put down directional shields and grav lifts and other things that you'll find in multiplayer. So those things have their uses, but the one you'll see the most is the bubble shield, because the brutes seem to absolutely love those in this game. Something else as well is using grenades. Just chuck grenades pretty much all the time. I don't know what it is about Halo 3. I'm going to hold off doing that at the moment because I don't want to do the battle. Some of the biggest differences in Halo 3 is you get so many grenades. I wouldn't even worry about saving them up, just throw them as soon as you get them. The other tip that I give you in this particular Halo is to use whatever weapons you've got around you. Don't be afraid to change to plasma pistols. Don't hang on to a weapon because you think it's your favourite. For example, I know I need this sniper rifle in a bit because I'm going to be fighting down the bridge, but don't be afraid to just chuck guns away and collect new weapons. Also, what I'm doing now, just grabbing some weapons for this next fight. Don't be afraid, and grenades. Spend a bit of time backtracking, especially on Legendary. Just make sure you pick up all of the equipment that you could possibly need. Don't forget the noob combo is really effective, so using the plasma pistol and the battle rifle or the carbine, especially against brutes, it will take all of their shields off. So some of the better tactics, if you get cornered, is to just use a plasma pistol to just take their shield off and then just beat them down. That's one of the easiest ways to sort of get yourself out of a bit of a mess. As far as dual wielding goes, on Legendary I never do it, purely because it just seems I don't know, I just like the ability to just swap between what I'm doing. It's better if you just adapt with whatever you've got, so pick up, change weapons on the fly, don't choose a gun over any other thing, don't pick dual wielding over anything else. It's just that the grenades are so useful in this one. Also things like the needler, you can't dual wield in this one, so it's quite effective to have something like a needler so that you can set off some of the grenades nearby. Obviously light grenades and explosions set off other explosions as well. When you are playing with the Arbiter here, you do play with other co-op characters in the game, computer controlled co-op characters. It's a good idea to let them go and take a few of the hits. You don't really get any penalty for getting killed by anything. They're kind of stupid compared to the enemy AI anyway, but they'll take a few hits and you can use them to get yourself out into new cover or to move around a little bit more effectively. Right, I hope some of those tips help, guys. I'll probably be doing some other specific bits, for example how to get past some of the tough bits, and I'll be posting some of those videos up on my channel as well. So if you like this video, then please like and please subscribe.